We have all sorts of lawyers that we deal with. We have a property lawyer, we have a construction lawyer, we have a planning lawyer, God knows what else. There'll be other lawyers, insurance lawyers, if you ever have to make an insurance claim and the insurer says no, which is what they generally do nowadays. Yeah, lawyers are wonderful people. But if you're going to someone to say, I want to acquire your land, and they go, oh, yeah, you cut a deal, a price. As soon as they say yes, you've got to close that sale. You've got to smash them. You've got to absolutely go, great. You can't just say to them, well, it's your property, you go and create the contract for sale, right? And then, you know, when it's ready, we'll have a look at it. And if we like it, we'll sign it. If not, you're going to have to change the conditions. No, because most people within 5 days of saying yes will not want to go ahead with it. They change their mind. You know, it's that seller's remorse, buyer's remorse scenario. So it's very important that you create your contract for sale for their site. So you would have a draft contract already ready to go. When someone says yes, you give them that draft contract. Obviously you haven't got the searches. You would then get your lawyers to do the searches that are attached to a contract really quickly and get them over to the other lawyer really quick. It's very, very important. When you get someone who says yes, you get them to sign a heads of agreement, which is non-binding, but you get them to sign this heads of agreement that says, this is the price and these are the terms and conditions. Very basic, very simple. You get them to sign that, and then that goes to their lawyer as well, saying, your client has agreed to these terms and conditions. Here's the contract that reflects that. We're ready to go. You've got to really push that, really push it to get it across the line. If you come to me and say to me, I need this, right? I'm not going to care because it's what I need that's more important. So if I'm looking to buy something off someone, right, I have to be aware of their needs. So their needs become critical. So always when we do this, we look at the other party's needs. We always try to be fair, but it is a commercial transaction, right? For us, it's business. For them, it's personal. So if I come to you and I want to option your property, so for me, it's just a business. For you, it's personal. It's your property. It's your house. It's your home. So you've got to be very aware of how that works. Your contract, you propose, you prepare it, you know, it's got to be as simple and standard as possible. You're dealing with, again, you're a commercial entity. They're going to be dealing with their local solicitor who they've known for 40 years. And they're not going to be a top end of town type lawyer. They're just going to be a mum and dad lawyer who is across everything. So a suburban lawyer. So you've got to make your contracts as simple as possible. Leases, if there's existing leases, so we can find a site and go, that is the best site. You can have a look at the lease in there. Quite often, people create their leases for their tenants and they don't have demolition clauses in it because they don't think they're going to do anything with that site. So what's a demolition clause? It's a clause that you put into a contract that says, if we as the owner decide that we're going to do a DA or redevelop the site, we can give you, the tenant, notice to vacate. And you've got no comeback in relation to that. So demolition clauses are used quite often. I think all the major property owners, all the property trusts, etc., they all have demolition clauses in their agreements. All the major tenants, the Coles, Woolies, etc., to get them with those demolition clauses, they protect themselves as well. They might say you've got to give us 3 years notice or 2 years notice, you've got to pay us this much for relocation costs, etc., etc. But again, commercial transaction, right? But you need to be aware if someone's leased their property and you're acquiring that site, you've got to know what's in those leases. So the lease document is very, very important.
Hi, this is Steve Chandler. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe below for further videos on how to be a property developer. And don't forget to share this video with any of your friends and family who may also want to be a property developer.